Would you like a newborn?
I would like a newborn, really.
Okay.
Squish. Oh, heavy squish. I almost dropped squish. Okay.
Hi, I'm Elise from Pranfox. Today I'm with Dr Mythili from the Integrative Medical Centre. You guys have just moved into Valley Point.
We sure have.
It's super nice. And today we're going to chat about how to breastfeed while you're wearing a sling or a baby carrier.
Yes. Hi, I'm Mythili. I am a family physician and a lactation consultant, and I love seeing mummies and babies prenatally, postnatally, during the pregnancy, whenever. I just love babies.
You're an IBCLC.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
We were talking about this the other day, the highest level of lactation care certification.
That's right. So I just basically carried my little squish wherever I could.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know.
Would you adjust the height of the baby to feed, or was the baby almost always at boob height anyway?
My boobs kind of sank with each pregnancy. So
Lift them up?
I couldn't lift it up. I mean, always have had small volume breasts, but they kind of just pointed downwards. So baby had to go downward.
But you would loosen the carrier and bring the baby lower for the feeding, and then you'd adjust the baby back up.
Back up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So just about there, and then I'll just hold the baby's head, of course, and then bring the baby back up again.
Okay, but in this upright, almost like this biological nursing position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how I did it.
Yes,
and you can
please.
tell me if I had come to you, when I obviously should have, what if you would have adjusted anything.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So the first one I'm going to try is with the Catan.
Oh.
Okay, this is one of those t-shirt carriers.
Super stretchy.
It is super stretchy, yeah. So I would put it in the, you can take time to pretty it up and stuff, but put it in the beauty pageant
Oh, the sash.
style. So it's doing this, isn't it? Except I totally missed this whole upright thing, to be honest. So this is about a 3-month-old.
Yeah.
A big one.
Very smiley.
Yeah, don't look in his eyes.
No,
It's super
right.
creepy. Okay. And so I would use the carrier to hold the weight of the baby's bottom.
Right.
And then
Hopefully the baby's got enough head control to kind of
so I'd have him lying down like this.
like a cradle.
Yeah, and then I would use the crook of my arm to keep his, so it's freeing up one hand.
Yes.
It's not completely hands free. So now I'm going to use a soft structure carrier, and I had 2 approaches for this.
Isn't this like a Mai Tai?
This is an Ergo Baby Embrace, which is an introductory carrier.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a little bit stretchy. So because the baby is close enough to kiss,
Yes.
I know we're all having terrible baby feeding now.
I am.
I'm not supposed to carry these babies.
Oh, you're not?
No, I get terrible searches. Okay, all right.
Yes,
so we're ready.
very good. Okay.
Now, because the baby should be close enough to kiss.
Yes.
Then the whole what do you do? So one option is to loosen everything a bit.
So the only risk
And
would
hustle down.
basically. You just want to scoot the baby all the way down to your breast nipples.
This is such a weird thing, breastfeeding a plastic doll.
That's right.
Okay.
But there you go. So you just really need to loosen the straps, depending on which breast you want to feed on, right? So you just have to turn the baby's head and.
Now, I found I could sometimes do this hands-free a little bit more.
Yeah.
But if I was walking too quickly, he'd pop off, and then I'd be like, oh! and I'd be leaning down to adjust and put him back on and be like, okay.
And you can go back.
I felt like I was kind of having to put him on and off a lot more.
So that's why this is really handy.
Yeah.
Because you could actually just cover your baby. You could still
You have everything all in one.
Yeah, that's the beauty of having a sling. So not so much with the wraps, because with the wraps, everything is sort of tucked in and you tie it off at the back. But with the ring sling, you really have you have the luxury of having a little bit of extra cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second technique with these guys
Yes.
is I would only put one side on, and then I would hustle him a little bit. and kind of make him ride side saddle
Oh.
in the baby carrier. So again, kind of like how I was doing the Catan,
Yeah.
where I was using the baby carrier to hold his bottom
Right.
and then using the crook of my arm to hold.
Oh, this is interesting. Yeah. It's very.
You've been very polite about this. And you see, like that, his legs would always be really whack. But yeah, it was just about like using the carrier to
That's just what feeding your baby. And
to hold the weight, and then using my other arm to like adjust.
A ring sling might work better, right?
Yeah.
But you know, the thing with the ring sling is it takes a lot of practice to get, you know, this right, and trying to make sure that you're adjusting just about enough to keep your baby snug to you and not kind of compress into the little pouch.
You need to give yourself some like YouTube tutorial hours.
Yes,
And the first time that you should use your ring sling is not when you're trying to settle a very upset baby.
yes.
Be kind to yourself and set yourself up for success. You've done this a million times.
I have. It was the easiest thing to do. You know, just pop a breast out, feed your baby, and you still have your hands free.
Yeah, I remember like on the way from somewhere or on the way to somewhere and being like, I've got to get there by whatever o'clock.
Yes.
And I have heaps of like room to walk. And I'm pushing a pram and the baby like really, really wants to feed. And so I used to like hook up the system and like push the stroller with one hand and feed in the carrier while we're trying to like walk down Orchard Road or something like that.
Yeah.
Like multitasking, it's like level 8 of like the multitasking mother's handbook, right?
Absolutely. I mean, moms are meant to have more than 2 arms. I think we should have like 8, you know, like those Hindu goddesses, right?
She's a mum.
I am a mom. She's a mom too.
I didn't have a baby carrier before my eldest was born. And this was back in the day when if you wanted to go on a bus in Singapore, you had to fold up your stroller and carry it onto the bus. And the first time I was fully unaware of this. And I remember when I got the baby carrier, there's a picture of me. I should try and like splice it in. There's a picture of me like this.
Oh.
Because I was like, look, Mum, no hands. I can take the baby around and have my hands free. And it was just
liberating, isn't it? Right.
And for there to be one that I could use, you know, like I had all of these Pinterest mood boards about baby related stuff and like the super like Earth Mama wraps.
Yes.
And there is a learning curve to wraps.
Oh yeah. Wraps.
Okay. You have to go into that with eyes wide open about there being a learning curve.
Yeah, no, wraps, I think that was a game changer. I mean, honestly, slings were perfectly fine, but there comes a huge leap from a soft structured carrier, which I used exclusively with my first one, and then a sling, right? Like a proper cloth sling.
A ring sling.
A ring sling, that's it. And then with the third baby, that's when, you know, I started getting mailers. Well, carrying beautiful woven wraps, and oh gosh, they were such a beautiful. And I still have a quick little stash in my cupboards, and I have some beautiful wraps in there. I don't think I'll ever get rid of them.
The whole GP/nutritional health/lactation consultant realm.
Yeah,
it's not a particularly accessible combo to find even a clinic that can look after all that, but let alone one person.
So at the Integrative Medical Centre, what we try and do is we look after a person before illness sets in, right? So we try and make sure that every single person is nutrition replete before illnesses come on board. And what better way to deal with these sorts of problems than from the very start of the human life, you know, to make sure that each baby gets some breast milk, because it's never an all or nothing thing, right? So if you have to breastfeed and you can't breastfeed, please breastfeed. And I'm here to support you in your journey.
And they're all unique. Like there is no one size fits all, and don't punish yourself trying to do something that you think everybody else is doing. Just come and run your own race.
That's right. And do you, because you're unique and you're special.
All right, if you have any questions, you know where to find us. And if you want to come and see Dr Mythili for a lactation consultant,
Consults.
yeah, then
Come find me.